What's happening, HT Nation? Zach Edwards here for another Stump the Creator. So this one is coming from Blake H. So if you haven't heard this this contest before, this is basically where you try to stump me as the creator of Historical Conquest. That's right, Historical Conquest, the card game, much like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic. But in this one, all the people are historically based, and then you're trying to take over the world with these people. So if you haven't heard of Stump the Creator, it's basically where you send in a question to try to stump me as the creator of Historical Conquest. Now, if you actually do stump me, I'll send you a big prize. But if you if you come close, I will give you what's called an honorable mention, which is basically a little smaller prize, but it's our appreciation for sending such a great question. And you might have great questions, and I might not send you an honorable mention. Usually it's when you almost stump me. So let's move on to Blake H's question, and you'll see what it's like. So it says, Hola hi Salut hej. Now, I don't know what that means, so Blake, if you could give me a little bit more understanding of what that means, I'd appreciate it. But it says, it's Blake. I was wondering if I double Rembrandt, does that make it 1000 morale in 6 rounds, or 500 morale in 6 rounds, or 1000 morale in 3 rounds? And then there's a second question, but I'll hold off on the second question on this. Okay, so let's bring up this question of Rembrandt. So let's double Rembrandt. Basically what it is I need to find my card library. Okay, and then I'm going to search out Rembrandt. Now I used to bring out my encyclopedia of all cards, Historical Conquest, but it was a little bit harder for everyone to see, and we want to be able to have you guys see what the card is. Okay, so maybe I should just go to Artistes, 4th edition, the JPEGs. Okay, and now we're going to bring up Rembrandt. Wow, if my computer would ever work. Okay, so Rembrandt, here we go. I'm going to share screen this. Boom, okay. This says, if he stays in play for 3 turns, increase your morale by 500 points. Okay, that's a great question because this one has 2 different variables. It has either 3 rounds or 500 morale. And so one of those 2 variables has to be changed. So is it going to be 6 turns, which I don't know where you would double Rembrandt if you had to wait for 6 turns before he gets 500 morale. That doesn't make any sense. Or with the 500 go up to 1,000 points, and then you'd be able to get 1,000 points for Rembrandt. It's a great question. This is an amazing question because in this one you have to figure out which variable changes. And so the 3 turns to you should probably make no sense, and it probably did not make any sense, but you thought you'd ask the question. The one that does actually make sense is increasing your morale by doubling that. So 500 now goes to 1,000. But remember, you still have your morale cap, so you can only go up to 800 morale points because that's as much as you can get in 1 turn. So if you double Rembrandt, it's a great idea, great thing to do. But here's another thing. When do you double it? So you can double it, you can play the card right when Rembrandt's played, and it would double that. What happens if you play your doubling 2 turns away? Well, he has to stay in play for 3 turns. So if you play it in 2 turns, that's great too, because you double that and be able to hold on to it because Rembrandt is a hold. But if the double is a constant, which I don't know if it'd be, yeah, I think there are some doubles that are constant. But now here's the question: what if it's an instant? So you have to double it right that turn, and it's not the final turn. Well, then you might want to wait till your 3rd turn to play it, because if you play it early and it's a instant, an immediate, which is the eye in the under the picture, this thing right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but this, if it's an eye right there, you have to play it the exact same turn. So remember that when you're doubling Rembrandt. Okay, so there's a second question as part of this. Now, this is going to be bringing up Emmy Noether, so let's bring up her. I actually had her already set. This one says, the question, if I attack the UK and reverse the UK with Emmy Noether, then can I increase my strength of my land by 50%. Okay, so Emmy Noether says, interrupt, choose. Reverse the effects of any card's ability played against you. Okay, so we're just going to take it right there because this other one, Blake's not talking about. So in this one, it says reverse the effects played on you. Now, let's see. It says that, actually, you know what? Let's bring up the UK card. This will give us a better understanding of what, because if it's played against you, then yes, it does apply. But if it's not played against you, so the card actually has to do something about you, have an actual effect on you, then yes, you would be able to reverse it or double it. So if you are attacked, increase your opponent's strength by 50 or by half, unless your opponent has an explorer in the attacking land. Okay, so this actually does affect you because it changes your strength. But a reverse does not double your reverse, or it does not increase your reverse. If you reverse it, you're reversing it back on the other person. That's what a reverse is. It's not a reverse the effects as much as it is reversing the direction of the effects. So in here, if it's decreasing your morale, it is now decreasing their morale by 50%. So that's a great point. I mean, actually, I think in the first video, I actually had it answered a different way. So this is a really good card. And Blake, for that reason, I think you do get an honorable mention because I actually gave you a different answer the first time, but this one is the correct one because I didn't think that the UK was being played against you, but it really is because it actually says decrease your opponent's strength by half. So yes, it would be played against you as the abilities. I think my saying when I was playing it is that it's a stagnant card that's sitting there, and you're the one attacking, so it's not really played against you, but it is played against something that is applied to you. So I think, Blake, this is an honorable mention, and you should be getting a prize. So let me send you something, some smaller prize, because you didn't stump me, but it's an honorable mention because you did a great job. So Blake, thanks so much for answering this question. And every time you answer it, if I give you an honorable mention, I will give you something different each time. So I want to make sure that you keep asking questions because I want you to continue to get these. But yeah, I'll leave it there. So Blake, thanks so much. Everyone else, thanks so much for entering cards. Madden, thank you so much for giving us your Tuesday card, Tuesday question. So I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully this audio works, unlike last time. And we will catch you next time. Thank you so much. And actually, you know what? Hey, maybe it was just fate. Maybe it was that because I answered the question wrong, which I didn't have to tell you about because you didn't hear it. But I speak too much, I talk too much, and I'm always honest with the things I do. I try to be as honest as possible. Honesty really is the best policy, and we can go on that in another video. But I've learned through my life that it is, and so I want to be honest that the other time I did answer this a different way. And I just realized that as I played this, recorded this again. So thanks so much for joining us on this Stump the Creator. Let me get rid of this, and we'll catch you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. If you have any comments or questions, add them to the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, actually. Take care. Bye.